Right, let's get to the news. And as the flood emergency continues in northern New South Wales, Greater Sydney and southern parts of the state are now bracing for a deluge. Rivers are already rising. Dozens of roads have been closed by floodwater and rock slides. An evacuation order has just been issued for thousands of Hawkesbury residents.
This is our worst fears. We are seeing the situation getting worse, and it will get worse before it actually gets better. If you're affected by the floods in March of 2021, then you are asked to leave your home now.
Hamish is in Liverpool in Sydney's southwest. Hamish, what can you tell us about the situation in North Richmond and the surrounding areas?
Look, this is really serious, I think, is the first point to make, Waleed, and the authorities in New South Wales this afternoon have made it really clear they don't want people stuck on roofs because they left it too late. I think maybe one of the local residents is about to give us a demonstration of the one thing that the authorities say repeatedly, which is don't drive through floodwaters. So if you are watching, it's probably a heads up before this gets any worse than what it is already. But as far as North Richmond is concerned, they're worried about the Redbank Dam. They believe that that will not hold up against what's coming over the coming hours. So it is a clear evacuation order. It's not a prepare to evacuate, it's an evacuate now.
And it's not just North Richmond they're worried about either, is it?
No, they're actually talking about hundreds of thousands of people right now, Carrie. So just near where we are in Liverpool, the Georges River is not far from here. They've issued a number of suburbs and streets within those suburbs, which they're saying they need you to prepare to evacuate. So get your documents ready, get your medication ready, plan your route out. So they're talking about places like Milperra, Chipping Norton. All of those areas need to be on alert right now for that evacuation order to become effective. The other thing to say tonight, if you are watching and you are in Sydney or a flood affected area, the SES is saying that actually their website is having difficulty. You wouldn't believe it. So the police are issuing some of the information around evacuation orders on their behalf. They're saying that you can go to their social media pages. The other thing you can do if you are in a flood affected area is to turn your local radio on, because they're responsible for the emergency broadcast warnings. So things not obviously going to plan tonight for the SES.
Sorry, we were just watching the car behind you, Haim, which I think now has come out of shot. It's okay. It was going round and round doing exactly what you warned us it would do.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, having been up in the northern rivers, north coast of New South Wales the last few days, you know, the last thing the authorities need right now is a dickhead turning his car over in low-lying floodwaters. They've got a lot of people that actually do need their help. So if you are in a flood-affected area, obviously all the usual advice is in place. Don't play in floodwater. Don't let your kids play in floodwater. If you see floodwaters, don't drive through it, and certainly don't approach an area where you're not sure what the waters are doing. The other thing to say, guys, tonight is that the Bureau of Meteorology is saying that there is going to be an unleashing of wet weather tonight, something like a rain bomb, about 150 millimetres, somewhere between Newcastle and Wollongong, between 2 a.m. tonight and 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this state has gone through a lot in recent days, but there is, as they say, more to come.
All right, Haim, look after yourself. Thanks so much for your time. And emergency assistance can be found for people in flood zones via SES on 132 500 or the police, as Hamish mentioned there.